Hey guys, welcome to my channel. So I wrote this utility tool in just 1 hour, and this thing is so powerful. It can literally make your life so simple, organized, and this is like peak technology, which I'm about to show you. Okay. So, like this thing can remember anything, it can remind you anything, and it can forget. Now, these three small functions might look really simple to you. Okay. This is like hardly 300 lines of code program, but this thing can actually replace so much junk from your life. There are so many bloat software which people use these days. So let me show you how this thing works. So suppose I'm having a lunch with Sunio. Okay, I had a lunch with Sunio, which costed $450. Okay, and I'm having some outings with Sunio, and maybe Sunil bought me a book, need to pay back $300. Okay. Okay, $450 lunch. That's okay. So other than that, suppose if I'm like, like going just browsing internet and I'm like, I like this GitHub profile, have really nice tools like ANICLI, YTFC. Okay. Now it can remember things for me, and it can even retrieve. So by the way, he's Spice Stardust and he's one of my friend. Like I discussed this tool idea with him, and he's one of my really old friend, and he liked this idea. Okay, he was interested. So I thought, okay, I'll create it. Now the power of this tool is that you can actually now retrieve on in a very smart way. This is not like a rack system. Okay, it's much better. Like how much that lunch costed with Sunio last week. Now, I'm not going to say last week because, I just added this entry just right now, but you can actually do it. Okay. So you had lunch with Sunio costed $450. So the way this, okay, let me do more examples. Okay. Uh, is any GitHub repo which I gave you recently? Now, the way this thing is working is I'm having so the you get like some raw thoughts, okay? Like for example, I have to make a YouTube video about like pineapples. Okay. Oops, this is actually a memory. Have to remember it. And suppose I'm in a meeting, okay? Like I'm having a meeting. So what I can do is I can just do mem space r and like Sioni or daily, not daily, weekly meetup. I don't even have to enter the time, all right, because it will understand the time based on the timestamp. So need to fix UI bugs, n- more marketing strategies, all right. Better AI sys router. Okay. And just save it. All right. So if there is any meeting going on, I can just quickly make notes and then I can do like query. Uh Sioni recent meeting, last meeting notes. Okay, and it this is my to-do list, this is my phone book, this is literally everything. Okay, like if there is some person I'm stalking, some new city website, all right, and I just liked some person's website, okay, like this guy, and I'm like okay, so need to send this person cold email. Okay, so let's say person name is okay, I can't find the contact number here. So like let's say Jesse at the rate gmail.com. That's it. So literally like this is what I always wanted. Like I wanted a small program which can just keep things for me. All right. Like it can be anything. Like I don't want to spend time figuring out, all right, this is a song. I need to store it. This is like blah, blah, blah. Like give me only the email of that new city person I found recently. Okay. And since I'm just adding things right now, but imagine like if this thing stores a lot of information, and I can say last week I did a lunch with one of my friend, how much it costed. Okay. And the way this thing is working, it is only going to look for a time around last week, and this thing can store a lot of information. Okay, and you can even forget some task, like if you're like done with it. So let me show you like how this thing is working. But this is not rack system. Okay, so what you know what, let me just go to dev, and don't forget, so this is the program. So actually I have to go on my server, okay, because this thing is actually running on my server. So the database is in server. Okay, so bots, don't forget SQLite, and don't forget .db. Is that the server? Actually, it's memory.db. Yeah, memory.db. So what I do is I have some raw text, and I'm storing it so in this memories table. Okay, and I'm not just randomly storing. I'm first doing some AI LLM inferencing. So select from memories, and I'm just having like a timestamp, some raw text, and along with it, I'm having some text. Now, in this database, when I make a query, like for example, like mem, uh, let's just let's just scroll up a little to see what things I stored. Okay, so Sunday meetup with Sione. Okay, or email of PyStar mem query, uh, give me PyStarter's email. Now, I'm not saying I'm only going to store all my emails in this memory, even though I can do it. Okay, I can have like all my contacts, everything is stored here. But it gives me a buffer. Like for example, when I'm in real world, a lot of time I don't have so much time to store some particular information. Like I really want a watch, and that watch will have identic memory for me. Like I can instantly just store something. Okay, so how this thing works is really good technique. So what I use is whatever query I give, it just creates some search terms based on that query. Like it will use some particular keywords and as a search term, and it will make a fuzzy search on this database. Okay. Now the thing about rack system is rack system won't work in this case, because rack system is like it does not. So if there is my project like Sione, so Sione is like my project, all right, and I might have a lot of entries related to Sione. Okay, like for example, um what notes for Sunday meetup of Sione. Okay. Now the thing is, RAG system won't work here. RAG won't understand Sione or similar words. Okay. But this fuzzy way of searching will actually work really best. Okay. So I'm in love with this tool, and it is, I have a question for you. Okay. How do rich people interface with technology? Okay. Like really, really rich people. You might be thinking they are using like something like some Apple products, okay, MacBook or something, but that's not the case. They're always having some human being as an interface. Okay. They have some assistant. They never do emails by themselves. They have some assistant to do it. Okay. So, now I am trying to create. So I already have this project which I created in while making Sione called AISys. What AISys do is it is like one brain which can connect with multiple MCP server. So this tool, I can convert it into a one MCP server, and the goal of AISys, it gives me one chat endpoint. Okay, which I can connect like with my watch. Okay, so my watch will be audio in, audio out, or you can think of like some Telegram bot. Okay, so you can create like one single Telegram bot. And I always wanted this, like this memory. This is exactly like what I wanted. Okay, it's to do list for me. It can store like all sorts of information, and it can do some analysis on that results too. Like I can like I mean, what can I say? You are getting the idea, right? What was that tool for RTSP Naman recommended me? So it always happened like there is some random YouTube link, some random video, some random song. I think I'm in my server. I have to copy this. Um, yeah. And I'm always having hard time like tracking all these things, but with this tool, it's not using rack system. I am actually getting this, and along with this tool I will also have like so Gemini with Google search, I will have one MCP server for that in my watch. And I will also have like, so I have one identic memory a memory where I can dump any thought, any idea, and I can even recall with the timestamp because it runs a SQL query. So it will have like, so if I say 1 month ago, so it will only look at that particular period of time, and I can scale it. I can scale it a lot. It's a database, and along with it, along with this thing, I can also have like multiple things like yeah, Google. Like I can ask my watch like what is the current score, and it can literally just do the Google search and give me the Gemini result. Okay, Gemini have this feature, so I will get that in my watch, and I can also even store passwords in this memory. I just need like one interfacing for encryption and decryption from front end side, and I can store like some password and retrieve it. I am literally replacing so many tools, okay? And yeah, sending SMS, running some tools, getting a report of my system, okay? Like I am running a business which is making money for me, and this system, this software system, I need a watch where I can just just tap and ask like what is the current system status of Xiaomi, like how much credits I have, how many new users I'm getting today. All these things I can interface with one single chat endpoint, voice in, voice out system, okay? And memo, this tool mem, okay, you can actually go to this repo, like it's actually open source, like don't forget, yeah, you can actually use this. It's well documented and such a nice solution. Yeah, I'm really happy with this thing. Go use it, okay? Like I'm proud of this thing.